Hey there, today I'm going to demonstrate a bent over barbell row. I like to do all of my back work with the Cobra grips because I find that it helps my grip strength so it doesn't give out before my back strength does. Now you're gonna hear me say this over and over again, but one of the biggest mistakes people make with this and all exercises, especially when training in a home gym, is that they don't go to failure and they don't lift heavy enough. This exercise needs to be done with more than a 10 kilo or a 22-pound bar. Whenever I perform this exercise for my top set, I would row 100 kilos. 100 kilos is 220 pounds. So I bet that you are stronger than you believe you are. And if you perform this exercise the way I'm going to show you today, you will always perform it correctly and most importantly, safely. So for my warm-up set, I'm going to row a 30 kilo weight, which is 66 pounds, just to demonstrate this exercise to you. My warm-up weight would normally be 60 kilos, which is about 140 pounds, just FYI. So to begin this exercise, you want to use an Olympic bar if you have one. If you don't, you can just use the regular bars until you get your home gym set up. I like to set the bar onto two arms of either a bench press or a squat rack. But just for demonstration purposes here, I'm going to use the floor to show you how it's set up. So for this exercise, you don't want to be pulling it off the floor if you can help it, especially with a heavy weight, because it's going to make it more like a deadlift. However, because we're limited with equipment here, that's why I'm showing you from the floor. You're going to wrap your Cobra grips on about shoulder distance or just a little wider apart. You don't want to have them too close because your elbows are going to hit your sides, and you don't want to have them too wide because that takes it into a wide grip row. So just a little wider than shoulder distance apart, you're going to wrap the Cobra grips on and around and make them nice and secure. And then you would lift the bar off the rack or off the bench. Roll your shoulder blades back so that you're squeezing your shoulder blades together on your back. Again, this is a mistake I see people make. They start from this position and they let their shoulder blades hang, which means that they injure the rhomboids. You want to keep your shoulders rolled back at all times. Then you want to make sure whenever you're beginning the exercise that you're not leaning forward. Again, this is going to injure the lower back, especially at a heavier weight. You want to make sure you're pushing your hips back. Watch the difference. Leaning forward, incorrect. Pushing the hips back, which is correct. Do you see how when you push the hips back, the bar automatically lowers down the legs? You draw the navel to the spine and you keep the upper body nice and strong. So you're going to roll the shoulders back, set the feet about hip distance apart. You're going to push the hips back, draw the navel to the spine, suck up on the pelvic floor, and then you're going to row the bar back towards your navel, keeping your chin high and your chest high, and lower it down with control. So you're going to inhale on the lower, exhale, row, 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 row. Now towards the end, in your very heavy set, you may use a little momentum to move the bar. If I had 100 kilos on here, my row may look a little more like this. So you can use a little bit of momentum. Just make sure you keep the elbows back the entire time. When you're finished, you simply lower the bar, set it down, and unwrap your grips.